Welcome back, guys. I now have round 2 of the Smogon tournament to show. This one's against Demantoid, who's somebody who actually beat me in an earlier tournament in Top Cut, also a Smogon tournament. I'm going to start off again with Hitmontop and Smurgle, and Demantoid's going to start out with Volcarona and Hydreigon. And thinking that Volcarona is probably the most likely of the two to have a Focus Sash, I decided to use Fake Out on it, just to knock that off. Really don't know what he runs on his Pokemon though for sure. He does go for Dark Pulse on Smurgle as I go for Dark Void to try to put them both asleep. And it looks like his Hydreigon is Life Orbed, so that's good to know. His Volcarona flinches from Fake Out and I'll get the Dark Void off. And fortunately it does hit both of his Pokemon. And Smurgle's just going to get his Moody Boost at the end of the turn here. He is going to get Evasion, which is huge for me again. I love when Smurgle gets Evasion just because it's so difficult for the opponent to predict what they really need to do against Smurgle. So he switches in Metagross, fearing the close combat, and I am going to go for close combat and do about 60% to this Metagross. So a lot of damage dealt there, and Smurgle is going to go for the Trick Room, just to give me the upper hand in this game. So all of my Pokemon are basically faster than all of his at this point. Smurgle's going to get his Moody Boosts again. He gets accuracy and loses evasiveness. So now he's at +2 accuracy, +1 evasion. Now, thinking Metagross is probably going to Bullet Punch my Smurgle, I decided to use Spiky Shield. And unfortunately, he goes for Protect. So he is going to get a chance to burn off a turn of sleep with Volcarona. And that's pretty much all that happened that round. Smurgle's going to get the defense boost, but lose evasion again. So now he's back at his base evasion. And I'm going to switch him out, still fearing the Bullet Punch. I figure if he does go for Bullet Punch, the Camerupt is going to take it fairly well. Metagross does Mega Evolve on this turn, and I think he's going to try to Zen Headbutt my Hitmontop. But because of Trick Room, Hitmontop is faster, and I am going to get the close combat off to beat it. So Metagross isn't going to get a chance to attack me. Really huge play for me in taking out my opponent's Mega that early in the game. His Volcarona is going to wake up though, and because I have -2 special defense, this Heat Wave is going to have no problem KOing my Hitmontop. So good play on his part. We're both down a Pokemon, and his Hydreigon is asleep in the backfield. I decided to send in Sylveon on this turn, knowing that he still has his Hydreigon, and the Volcarona is really not going to do too much damage to the Sylveon. And so this should be a turn of 2 easy KOs for me. I'm going to Mega Evolve with Camerupt and target the Volcarona with an Ancient Power, which is 4 times effective, and that's going to be an easy KO. And since Hydreigon is asleep, I know he can't protect or anything like that. I'm going to go for Hyper Voice, and I'm just going to OHKO that Hydreigon, also 4 times effective. So great turn for me. Really nothing my opponent could have done about it. He could have switched in Terrakion, but also would have taken a huge Hyper Voice and probably got him down to his Focus Sash. Unfortunately, I didn't know he ran Focus Sash on Terrakion. I thought I was going to OHKO him here. I double up with Earth Power and Hyper Voice, not knowing who he'd attack. I guess if I thought about it, he probably would have attacked Camerupt no matter what, just to get him off the field. And I go for Hyper Voice and knock him down to that Focus Sash. And my only Pokemon left, I think, now is Smurgle. So I'm going to send him in, and here I make actually a pretty big mistake in not wide guarding. I don't know what my logic was for not wide guarding, because obviously he's going to go for Rock Slide for the flinch. Unless, yeah, there's really nothing else he could have done, so not doing the wide guard was a huge mistake for me. Almost cost me the game. Had that second Rock Slide flinched me again, or got a critical hit, my opponent actually would have won. But good game played by Demantoid. He'll go into the Top Cut, and I'll see you guys next time.